Good morning, good morning. So I put together this video last week, Saturday. I did two, one on Friday, one on Saturday. I haven't posted either yet. Well, this is the one from Saturday that you guys are about to watch. As you can see, I look completely different because it's a different day. I realized at the beginning of that video, I was not recording and I was talking and setting up the video for you guys, and I wasn't recording it. So I wanted to record this snippet to give you a context of what the video you're watching right now is about to be. So I went to our teen youth summit yesterday, technically Friday, and we had two students speak, and those students were talking about suicide and depression and things like that. But what was alarming to me that prompted this particular video was one of the school board members, Dr. Osgood, was there, and she talked about the statistics around suicide in Broward County School Board, or Broward County schools. And it was so alarming to me because it wasn't about the number of students who successfully committed suicide, but in wake of the young man who, jumped in front of the train. It was really, which is why we had that topic that day, but it was really alarming to me the number of students who have attempted suicide. So we count the numbers of students who actually died or whatever the case, but the number of students that have attempted suicide, 76% in Broward County Public Schools. 76% of students have attempted suicide. I don't know about you, but for me, that was extremely alarming. As a parent, as an educator, as just a person in this community, it made me cry. It made me, it broke my heart. It really did. So I decided to kind of do this video because I know that as parents, as people, we struggle with stuff all the time. And so I hope that you find something in this video. Please forgive the choppiness. You'll get another clip after this that asks you to please forgive the choppiness. It was filmed at 4 in the morning on the way to our 5K walk, and yeah, I was tired. I obviously was messing up a whole bunch of stuff because you'll notice the video is super choppy, but I ask that you bear with it, that you watch it, because the message is there. And at the end of it, I hope that you will watch it to the end, because there is a snippet of a video that we showed yesterday at the youth summit, and it's a video that the student that I talk about who attempted suicide, that video is one that was developed and put together by a group of students working with a teacher in Broward County. And so I hope that you guys will stay and you will watch it and you will share it, because it's pretty powerful. So I hope that you get something out of this message. Please forgive the choppiness. Have a wonderful day. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me tell you guys, first and foremost, forgive me for this crazy choppy video. It's like 3, 4, 5 sections chopped together because my phone kept tripping, but I really wanted to get it out. So as you're watching, if it's too light, if the camera go like this or go like, y'all just bear with me. If you see my hand, bear with me. The message is there. Just bear with me on this one, all right? I hope you guys get out of this video what I really was trying to express, outside of all the crazy editing and foolishness. Okay, enjoy. Have a great day. Sorry, I don't know what just happened. I'm gonna have to put my editing skills together to put this video together. But in any case, she talks about it's the students who are making decent grades, who are those kids who don't seem like their behavior issues, who are getting by, but they're really not talking to anyone, or getting out what they're feeling, and so they're trying to deal with it on their own. The other interesting thing, I have no car key. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know why this kid did this. The other interesting thing that I learned yesterday was that a couple of the kids spoke. I might have to turn this video to the side, guys, because I think that's the way it is on YouTube. But in any case, a couple of the kids spoke. One of the things kids said, I'm tired. One of the things, this boy, hurry up. One of the things the kids said, well, two kids spoke. One young man admitted that he had attempted suicide several times. And he said he attempted suicide because his cousin, in 2017, his cousin committed suicide because she was being bullied. And when she went to talk to administrators about it several times, it's 3 flights of stairs in my house. It's a lot. Well, 2 flights, it's 3 floors. It's a lot. When she went to talk with administrators, they made her feel more like a suspect than a victim. And so that was disheartening to hear as an educator, as a former principal, teacher. Like, it made me feel so sad because there are a lot of times, there are a lot of times that our kids will come to us with some things and we will ask them, well, what did you do to deserve it? Or what did you say? Or what did, like, we do make them feel like they did doing and why you keep doing that. But we will make them feel like a victim. Like a suspect and not a victim. And it's disheartening because if a kid is coming to you to talk to you about what they're experiencing, you don't want to make them feel like they're doing something wrong by coming to talk to you. It's like, and that's where we lose the trust from our kids. We always talk about how trust is important to us in relationships and how we need to, especially romantic relationships, let somebody do something and lie to you or whatever the case, or treat you like you trying to tell them how you feel and they treat you like you crazy or like you ain't got no reason to feel that way, or you know what I mean? Like, we don't want anybody to do that to us, but we do that as adults, and I can only speak for myself. And from working in the school system as long as I have, from principal to teacher, I know that we do this. We will, ask kids, well, what was the situation? What did you do? How, as opposed to really trying to figure out, why they're feeling like they're feeling. The kid is not going to come to you telling you they feel a certain way or these things are happening if that is not really affecting them. They're not going to do it. These kids are very resilient. They are. They will try to deal with stuff on their own, which is sad because, they don't want to they don't want to be known as a snitch or the tattletale or whatever the case is, and we make them feel that way. So it was so disheartening to hear this kid say, like, his cousin committed suicide because she was being bullied bad to the point where she just couldn't take it anymore. And a lot of times we think that, oh my God, all these windows, we think that, the kid just need to toughen up, they just need to get thicker skin. But no, that mess ain't right. It's not right. We think it's no big deal. Always what kids do. I was teased in school. I lived. This day and age, it's different. You got the internet, and you talking about bullying at a whole other level. A whole nother level. You think, I know adults that do this whole mean girl thing now. I don't speak to you, so my whole clique don't speak to you, and all this stuff. And it carries over to social media. They will be They'll put up a post or something that is indirectly about you, or their little subliminal messages, and people comment, and everybody know that it's about you, but that person ain't bold enough to tag you or say your name, but they still will do all this stuff, and that's a freaking form of bullying. And so imagine if, as adults, it bothers adults, and you have adults on here all the time ready to fight, ready to this like craziness. You think that don't affect kids who don't have the wherewithal yet to really be able to categorize things and put things in buckets and say, this won't bother me, this won't, or who have gained enough self-love to let things just roll off their back? No, those things affect them. Their brain has not been able to develop that sense of resiliency yet to allow that to not really affect them. So you're talking about kids that's being bullied in school, and then they bring that junk to social media, whether it's Snapchat, whether it's Instagram, Facebook. Well, these kids don't really use Facebook no more. They say Facebook is the old people platform. But like whatever platforms they're using, it's bullying at a whole nother level now. You went from one person bullying you, maybe taking your lunch money, knocking your books down, doing whatever, to now 500 people online laughing at you, talking about you. You the butt of the joke. It's a whole nother level. It's a whole other level. And I think as parents, it is our duty to talk to our kids more. And not just talk to them, we need to also make sure that they understand they have other outlets, other people they can talk to, because maybe they don't feel comfortable talking to us because they're afraid of how we will react as a parent. Maybe they need to talk to somebody else. Whether, you know, maybe it's a counselor at school, maybe it's a teacher at school that they really like. Maybe it's an older kid, you know, one of your friends' older kids that they really take to. But they need to have a freaking outlet, man. These kids need an outlet. There is no reason that a kid should feel like life is so bad that they want to end it. They don't have no bills yet. They don't have no, like, a lot of things that you think people would go through, you know, and they feel like they can't handle it. Because there are times where I feel like, oh, I just want to get in my car and I just want to drive, and I just want to keep freaking driving and not turn around. I just want to drive somewhere to some place where nobody knows me, where I have no responsibility. Like, life gets like that sometimes. But I personally haven't gotten to the point where it's like I'm ready to just be done. I think I would just, the world would be better off without me. Hasn't gotten that bad yet, thank God, and I pray that it doesn't. But let me tell you something, for it to be that bad for an 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old, we doing something wrong, people. We are doing something wrong. We're doing something wrong as educators. We're doing something wrong as parents. We're doing something wrong as a freaking community. We are doing something wrong. I didn't hear about no suicide and stuff like this when I was younger, growing up. And these kids got more programs and more resources than I ever had. People my age in their 40s, these kids got more programs than we ever had in school. They have more opportunities to be involved in things and get assistance. But a lot of times, either kids don't know about some of these services, parents don't get them involved with these services because we just think that, oh, this is just kid stuff. You know what I mean? Or we're just, sometimes we don't put our kids in a position to take advantage of some things. I could tell you from experience where I work. I'm the director of of engagement and economic access. That means my whole goal is for every person in our program to make sure that every person, every kid, every family in our program has the resources to make sure that they become economically self-sufficient. Okay, so that means I'm I'm over the family support portion of our program. I'm over the college and career readiness. So making sure that kids have a solid plan when they are leaving high school, making sure they're prepared to graduate, making sure that they are prepared to either go to college, into the workforce, that they're ready with those skills, that we help with applications to college, scholarship applications, providing them with, finding donors to give kids full ride scholarships. We have an opportunity right now for kids to go to Tulane University in New Orleans. Full freaking ride. Full ride. We got hundreds of kids in our program. There are some kids who are eligible, who have the GPA, who really would do well in these schools. And it's a PWI, don't get me wrong. But we have kids in our program that will do really well in these schools. And you know, I have some kids who say, oh, my parents won't let me go away to college. I can't apply. My parents won't let me go away to college. How do you stop your child from taking advantage of an opportunity that most of us will never get? Because you don't want them to go away? That don't make no sense to me. That'll make no sense to me. You would rather hinder your kid. Why? That says a lot about who we are as people. So if my thing is, if you would prevent your kid from going to take advantage of an opportunity, you think that kid feels like you really have their best interest in mind, especially if a kid want to go. You think that kid feels 100% comfortable coming to talk to you about whatever it is they might be experiencing? No. You've broken a part of that relationship with that kid. And I don't care what, you could be the best parent in the world. If your kid don't feel comfortable talking to you, you've done something wrong. And if these kids felt like they had an outlet somewhere that's not a negative outlet, not a gang, not not sex, not looking for love in these men, not any of that. They felt like they really had an outlet where somebody gave a damn, then they would use that outlet. We have done something wrong, people. We can put all the SEL programs we want to put in schools. We can talk to these kids in the school setting until we are blue in the face. But until we develop a relationship with these kids where they feel like they are safe to come and express what they're feeling, talk about what they're feeling, to feel like that pressure doesn't have to just be on them, we're gonna miss the mark every time. We had another student talk yesterday about she's an 11th grader, having experienced sexual assault and being sexually harassed and feeling like it was her fault. She didn't really have anybody to talk to about it. And then feeling like she needed to be strong because she has 2 younger siblings. And she can't let them see her be weak. She can't let them see her break down. She has to be strong for them. And so in her mind, in being strong, that means get over it. Put it out your head. Whatever you did to deserve it, it was on you. Fix yourself. But bury it so you can appear to be strong. I'm sorry, people. I don't want my kids to appear to be strong. I want them to actually be strong. I want them to know that 98% of the crap they see on social media is somebody's fake ass life. And that's just the reality. That's the life, that's the representative that some person wants us to see. That ain't really what's going on. People ain't out here really sharing and being transparent with what's going on in their life. No, we live in this life for TV, which is social media. And then our kids then go and think they got to live that life. They got to do that. They got to appear to be strong. Not actually worry about doing the work to be strong, but they got to appear to be strong. What? When it became their responsibility to be strong for their siblings, they didn't have them kids. I just, don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here condemning anybody or everybody as if I haven't done some things. When I'm included in this conversation. I'm included in that. I I was not. Listen, I messed up on the parental standpoint so many freaking times. Let me tell you something. I did a whole lot wrong. My middle daughter even said, listen, when my daughter was 12 years old, and I thank God for the kids that he gave me, Lord. My middle daughter was 12 years old, and she said to me, she said, you realize you got two, I have 3 biological kids, 3 kids that I birthed, 2 daughters and a son. It's my daughter. I got 2 daughters first, and my son is the baby. So my older daughter gave me, when I tell you, baby, she was hell on wheels, honey. She still is. Hell, she's 27, and hell, when I tell you hell on wheels, okay? Give me a run for my money as a parent. And so she did a lot of running away, a lot of, it was rough. And I would be up at 2 and 3 in the morning driving my car around the city looking for my child. You know, I get a call, oh, I think Keyshawn, I'm there, where's she at? I ain't Homestead, I'm driving to Homestead. Like, I'm looking for my kid, actively looking for my child, 2 and 3 in the morning. All day is on my child, but I got 2 other kids. You know, my middle daughter told me at 12 years old. I remember it like it was yesterday. Sitting in the car, we in the garage. I had just picked them up from school, and before I could get home, I'm like, oh, somebody told me they saw Keyshawn, we gotta go. And so we drove for like 2 hours looking for her. So my daughter had dance that night. We didn't make it to dance because I was looking for Keyshawn. Of course, she had homework, and she was that kind of student where it was like, when it came to school, baby girl didn't play. She said to me, sitting in that garage before we could get out of the car, she said, you know what, mama? She said, you know you got 2 other kids. And I was like, yeah, I know I got 2 other kids. She was like, you spend all this time looking for Keyshawn, worrying about Keyshawn, thinking about Keyshawn. What about your other kids? What about me and Xavier? And I'm going to tell you, as a parent, at first, I was angry. I dare you try to talk to me and try to act like I don't care about y'all and I don't do for y'all. I'm doing all this stuff. I'm running myself crazy, trying to take care of y'all and all this. And Keyshawn giving me, and she's like, but we're not the ones doing this to you. You have become a different parent to us. You stricter with us. You don't let us go nowhere. You don't let us do nothing. Because you're afraid that we're going to do the same thing Keyshawn doing. And that's not fair. What was I going to say? What was I just started crying. Because she was right. I was parenting them completely different because of what one child was doing. And I put so much energy into trying to save that one child. I was about to lose the other 2 because I didn't see the type of mother I had become to them. Listen, and I'm gonna tell, I am one of the first people to get super defensive when people start going to talk about my parenting. Ooh, say something about how I raised my kids. Baby, you get on the defense. You get on it's like a natural reaction, because no mother who's trying to raise her kids purposely is doing things wrong. If you're doing something wrong, you're not trying to. You're not. And so you think you're doing the best you can. So when somebody come and try to criticize you, like, especially when they talk about the character of your kid or something that you might be doing wrong, you get on the defense. And if you don't, God bless you. I'm still trying to learn. My kids are adults, baby. And I'm still trying to learn how to not be defensive when somebody got something to say about my children. Or not by my children, but my parenting. Oh, he like that because that's what you let him do that. What? You don't know what my kid had to go through or what struggle or why I am the way. I don't question my, like, I'll be the first one, baby, will jump down your whole throat, eat your whole life out, and throw it up and give it back to you. Don't talk about my parenting. But sometimes that stuff be true. If we don't see it, because we're out just trying to be parents. We're not trying to do it wrong. We're really not. We're trying to do the best we can. We're either trying to do 2 things. We're trying to raise them the way our parents raised us, or raise them completely opposite from the way that we were raised. We only doing 2 things. Either we want you to have the great life I had, or we want you to have the life I didn't have. I don't care what no parents say. That's what we're doing. We're doing one or two things without you. That's it. That's it. And so we just have to begin to really look at how we are with our children. In my opinion, we got to be more honest. Dang, I went the wrong way. And I'm already 15 minutes late. This is crazy. What am I doing? I went the wrong way. I should have got, I don't know what the hell I'm doing right now. Yeah, we got to be more honest. We got to be more transparent with our kids. We got to really show them that you don't have to pretend to be strong. We want you to be strong. Do the work to actually be strong, not to pretend. If you're weak, it's okay. You need somebody to talk to, it's okay. You know, and so I really just wanted to share that this morning. It was just like, it was so disheartening to me yesterday. All I could do was cry, like, man, these kids are going through so much and we don't know. 76% of the kids in Broward County schools, Broward County is the largest school district we have here. 76% of those kids. Wonder why Marjorie Stoneman Douglas happened. Think that's gonna be the only one? When you got kids walking around who feeling like they don't got nobody to talk to, they don't have no outlet, 76% of them attempt to commit suicide. You think that's where it's gonna start and stop? Don't be fooled. With those type of statistics, it's bound to happen again. You got more kids than not that are feeling all kind of feelings that they're not really expressing to, or they don't feel like they can express to someone. We have to do better. This was a long video, I'm sorry, but I just felt like it was necessary. And it's a little choppy, forgive me. I just felt like it was necessary. You know, you guys, we got to do better. I don't have all the answers as an educator or as a parent. I don't have all the answers. What I do know is we got to start trying to figure it out. We got to stop acting like going to therapy and going to counseling means something wrong with us, or we crazy, or no. We got to stop making our kids feel like you just got to be tough. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? You just gotta be tough, especially our boys. Oh, don't cry. Oh, toughen up, act like a man. What does that mean? I still don't know. What does that mean? We gotta do better, people. We all do. I got to do better. It's so many areas I'm looking like, dang. My relationship with my son, I want it strong. I wanted the way it was when he was younger. You know, when they get a certain age, they don't want to talk to you no more. They don't want to be around you no more. They don't want to spend no time with you. They just want to, you know, and my son is in college and he is just like off in his own thing. And sometimes I be like, I wonder if that kid in that room building a bomb or something. Like, cause he just quiet to himself. He just, you know, don't give me no problems. And so sometimes we think like, oh, everything is good. They're not getting in trouble in school. They're not getting in trouble out the door. They not, you know what I mean? They're not in fights. They're not in gangs. Like, they good. And man, our kids sometimes be in there. My son even said, he's like, Mom, like, you think I like to see you hurt? Or you think I like to, like, man, like, I had a conversation with my son, like, not long ago that blew my mind. He had feelings that I never imagined he had. And I'm just glad that I was open to have that conversation with him. I've always been open to my kids. Like, I'm that type of mother who really believe, like, kids have feelings too. It ain't just about them being no kid, that they can express, like, you want to wear this or you want to wear this. Get them choices. Like, I'm that parent, I'm that democratic parent, and sometimes that, you know, I get criticized for it, like, but that's just me. You know, that's just the parent that I am. And maybe it's because I feel like I didn't have a voice growing up, and so I give my kids a voice. But he still had feelings and things that I never knew. I never knew, and I'm just glad. I'm thankful that he felt comfortable enough to finally, you know, just talk to me about it. And it didn't feel good because baby brother let me have it. He talked about some of the decisions I made, and he's like, I don't know what you out here doing. Like, okay, oh, these kids not crazy. These kids see, and so, you know, it put a lot of stuff in perspective for me too. Put a lot of things in perspective. Give your kids, be open enough to really talk to your kids. We tell them all the time what we think about them and how we feel about this and how we feel about. Give them that same opportunity. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I guarantee you will learn something. I guarantee you it'll hopefully bring you closer if you open enough to it. But we got to do something different, because 76% of kids who have attempted suicide, I ain't the only parent out here messing up. Something happening. Something, and I don't know all the answers, but I can tell you what I am gonna do. I am committed to try to find them. That's for sure. I'm committed to trying to find them, and I hope that you guys are too. But thank you for watching this video. If you know a parent that needs it, if you know a kid that maybe need it, send it to them. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button. Share the video, please. Yeah. And thank you guys. It's still dark outside, as you can see. I ain't make it yet. And I apologize for this video being all choppy, but listen. It's the real. Have a great day, guys.
Truth is, the makeup they're selling to make you feel prettier is the same makeup you buy to stop feeling shittier about this lie they keep telling you that you are not enough. You are who you've been looking for. So stop looking for more unless you're looking in a mirror, because it's about time for you to see clearly that you are who you've been looking for. And that empty feeling you got, that hole in your chest, you only got that feeling because you think you're not blessed with everything you need. And what about the movies we watch, all the shows on TV? The more I watch, the more I see I need you to complete me. And yes, love is the answer, love is the key, but if you can't love yourself, how can you ever love me? And so I stand on the stage, and a lot of people have asked me this question: have you always been like this? Have you always been able to choose love? Has this methodology, this ideology fit like a glove, always? No. Well, I got a trick that I picked up from a friend who noticed that I was quick to defend her when she would say something negative about herself. She'd say, I'm so dumb, and I'd say, you're so brilliant. She'd say, I'm so weak, and I'd say, you're so resilient. And when she said, I feel ugly, and I said, you look beautiful, she asked me why I was so dutifully filling up her cup constantly, and yet treating my own cup so irresponsibly. Because when I looked in the mirror, my voice was quite clear. You're ugly, you're too thin, your hairline's receding, and you got a pimple on your chin. And that was when she gave me a piece of advice that changed my life. She gave me a hug. And she said, treat yourself like someone you love. Treat yourself like someone you love. Now, I had been standing, but I needed to be sitting because I couldn't believe that I had been letting myself keep forgetting that I was who I'd been looking for. And deep in my core, I knew it was time to stop looking for more until I could look through all my fear and look into a mirror and see clearly that the man looking back at me is the only one who can make me happy, and I am already enough. And I'm not any more special or unique than you. That's why I'm here to speak to you. You are already enough. And when you start to see that, you will start to be that. Your world will get brighter, your load will get lighter, and you can see that with life, you can be a lover, not a fighter, and that life, you deserve it. Because you are worth it. And there's no point in letting yourself keep forgetting, because no matter what you say or do, you are perfect. And so today, I hope I leave you with a direction correction away from the flaws you see in your reflection. They aren't flaws to me, they are simply protection against all the doubts you have of your perfection. So start today. Take a good long look in the mirror and say, I am who I've been looking for.